Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple, the new no shit gaming news video. That's 3 news stories in 1 video and 0 faff. Let's get into it. First up today, PC players have waited 4 months longer than console players to get their hands on the new Monster Hunter World Iceborne expansion. However, Iceborne is so broken on PC, it's had some players vowing to never play the game again. The Iceborne expansion finally arrived on the PC on January the 9th. However, some players are finding that after installing the expansion, all of their save games have been deleted. One player on Reddit reported losing a save with over 200 hours of playtime, which, as you can imagine, might cause anybody to rage quit forever. What's worse, because the base game received an update alongside the expansion, players who didn't even buy the expansion are having the same problems. The Iceborne update apparently uses a different file structure for saves than the older version of the game, which is causing old saves to often be recognized as corrupt or missing. If you haven't booted up the game since the update released, you should probably back up your save games before doing so. Or if you have booted up the game and have lost your save game files, the advice is not to create a new save game, or this will overwrite any Steam cloud saves that you might have. Some other possible fixes reported by the community are as follows. Check your Monster Hunter World game folder for a folder called save data _ backup. The game should copy your saves into this location every time you launch. However, if you started the game twice, this won't work. The next solution is to make sure that all mods are deleted. Mods are thought to be causing some of the issues, although many players are reporting to have never used mods at all and are still experiencing problems. And lastly, some people have had success by disabling the Iceborne update and launching the game without it in order to allow the game to update your save files, then afterwards re-enabling the expansion. Now, I'm not saying that these will work, just to let you know that this has worked for some people. But the lost save bug is not all that's wrong with the update. Players are also reporting numerous other performance issues. Some players are unable to play at all with the game not even launching. Others reporting that the game is freezing. And no, not just because Iceborne is set in a polar subcontinent. The Monster Hunter World Twitter account has tweeted that they are aware of an issue and are currently investigating. It is important to mention that not all players are experiencing issues, with many players reporting that they are able to play the game just fine. The problems have led to players review bombing the expansion on Steam. It currently has a mixed rating with only 40% approval rate. Even the base game has had its fair share of downvotes in the past few days. As mentioned earlier, the Iceborne expansion was delayed on the PC, and console players have been playing it since September the 6th last year. This has everybody wondering why it took them so long to bring an update that is so broken, and why wasn't this all caught by QA? So despite all the love for Capcom and all the things that they've been doing right recently, they did really fuck this one up. Now, do you remember when the Xbox One was announced? Microsoft shot themselves in the foot by announcing some very anti-consumer policies. This time around, we think they might have learnt their lesson on doing what's right for the consumer. Back in 2013, when the Xbox One was announced, Microsoft initially said that you would require a constant internet connection in order to play on the console. They also said you won't be able to trade, borrow, or sell used physical games because they would be locked to your account. They eventually did a 180 on those policies. Well, because it was bloody stupid. The next generation of consoles are coming at the end of this year, and the Xbox Series X is on the horizon. And when it arrives, you would be forgiven for assuming that at least some first-party games would be exclusive to that console. It's a sales strategy which drives early sales of new devices, since usually you can't play the new game unless you buy the new console. This is how it's always been done. However, head of Xbox Game Studios Matt Booty spoke to MCV recently, confirming that Microsoft's approach will be a little different this time around. The Xbox boss said, "As our content comes out over the next year, 2 years, all of our games, sort of like PC, will play up and down that family of devices. We want to make sure that if someone invests in Xbox between now and Series X, that they feel that they made a good investment and that we're committed to them with content." There will obviously come a time when first-party Microsoft games will launch on the Series X, but not on the Xbox One, but that won't be for a while yet. Halo Infinite is the next huge first-party Microsoft game which will launch alongside the new Series X at the end of the year. Good on you, Microsoft, for deciding not to force people to buy their new console in order to play it, and promising to stick to that philosophy for the next 2 years at least. Maybe you did learn that giving people more choice instead of taking it away from them is the way to keep players happy. You know, the thought of huge corporations doing the right thing for gamers really makes me feel warm inside. Lastly today, some news that fans of Resident Evil 3 might not like to hear. The remake that is due out this year will not include some of the things that were in the original. The latest edition of the PlayStation UK magazine includes an interview with the developers of the upcoming remake of Resident Evil 3. The interview confirms that the remake will not include multiple endings as the original did. Also, that the Mercenaries mode will not be making a return. Mercenaries is being cut due to the inclusion of the multiplayer mode this time around, which is called Resident Evil Resistance. The developers do promise that other features of Resident Evil 3 will be expanded in order to compensate. But if the game is anything close to the standard of the recent remake of Resident Evil 2, we probably won't be disappointed with the result. Resident Evil 3 Remake is a complete reimagining of the 1999 original, will be launching on PlayStation 4, Windows PC and Xbox One on the 3rd of April. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this new no shit gaming news format. If you did, click the thumbs up to give the video a boost. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified when we release these videos. Why not toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. I've been Gareth Evans. That's it for today. Bye for now. The Xbox boss said, one take outro, man. I'm getting good at this shit. It took me 7, 8 episodes.